It's only 37 degrees here in Central Texas today, and I'm out here fixing Texas Keykeeper's Cub Cadet 1650, so stay tuned. So those of you who probably watched the video where I fixed the hydraulic relief valves right here using Vapor Rust and an ultrasonic cleaner. Well, we got those back in. Now it's time to replace this carburetor. Look, it's missing a bunch of parts. We're gonna replace the points and the coil. If you see, it's missing here. The coil we got, I don't think has an internal resistor, so we're probably gonna blow the points again, but Texas Keykeeper said give it a go, so we're gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna start over here on the carburetor side, and then put the new carburetor on, and then we'll go back to the point side, or the other side, and do the coil, and then back over here to do the points. So let me get the camera set up on a tripod and get some stuff ready. So I don't know if y'all can tell, but right here the linkage appears to be already off, so I should be able to I'm just going to remove these two bolts, which are loose. I always hated K-series carburetors. I'm not a fan of how the bolts go on in here. See if we can get rid of that fuel line. Well, fuel line's pretty rotten. Might have to replace that fuel line. It's pretty stiff on there. We'll see. See if I can get around this fuel line. I don't know what all y'all can see on here. Let me see if I can get a better angle of this for y'all without jarring the camera too much. So this back over here, guys. Check the this new tripod is junk, guys. I bought this Walmart $18 one. The legs, I've only used it twice, I don't know. Anyway, the legs don't want to stay up. Seems like a better tripod in the future is a must. I get them, now they got a hand tight, I can usually just pull them out by hand. I want to show y'all something. This right here is not original. This is a piece of belling wire. I want to see if I can talk Ray into getting the original one for this. But the go of the day is just see if we can get it started. Ray hasn't had to start it since he rebuilt the engine, so we don't even know if it'll start. So I'm gonna get fuel and spark to it, and then we'll go from there if it'll start. There's a chance that it might have to be the engine might have to be took back apart again, but we're hoping not. Now I got this one off, we should be able to slide this one right off. I don't know if y'all can see, but he does have a bit of water down into this for certain. That went down in there. So he might have a seized valve, that's for sure. But we won't know until we try to start it. Alright, now let me grab the new one. This shop's a little bit warmer than my old shop, that's for sure. Let's see. And we just went with the Chinese knockoff carb from Amazon. Shit, let y'all see that. Chinese knockoff carb. Alright, gonna put this. Ooh, guys. Weird part is, guys, this carburetor don't look like it came with the new intake gasket. You might have to go old school and cut one out by hand. That's nothing in the box here. Turn y'all back around. I ain't seeing it in the box. I got some gasket material, so let me cut one out. Alright, I wasn't going to show this process, but I was able to take the old gasket off in one piece, so I can use this as a template, which will make it easier. I got my mix mowers pin here. So anyway, I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm gonna take a X-Acto knife and cut the inside, and then I'll take a pair of scissors and cut the outside. Sometimes I use a Cricut vinyl cutter. That actually works. I have done that a few times. You know, probably the easiest thing to do would have been to order one, but I'm trying to get this started today for y'all. It ain't gonna be 100% today, just running is the end game to see if it'll start. And there's that. Got that chopped out. Now I gotta do these cut these holes right here, and then we can cut the rest out with a pair of scissors. If the blade don't keep falling out of here. Here's the new gasket. It should line up perfectly with that. So let's go back over to the machine. Alright, I'm gonna pull this one out. Sorry guys for knocking the tripod. Get that in there just enough like that. Then we can slide the new carburetor in like that. And then that bolt lined up in there. We got to start it now. Right here, probably your thin wrench is handy. I'll preset for the width. I'll watch. Don't speed this up, y'all. Right now. Carburetor's on. Let's see. Take this off. Take this off. Here. And watch what you'll do. Just first. Have it though. We'll just take the old one. There. Let's put the old one on there for now. Alright, I'm gonna pull this fitting out and then we'll start this back. This fitting on. He's gonna need new clamps. Hopefully we can get it going enough to run. And he needs a clip for the throttle. There. Alright, we got the fuel line on. I think we can start on the electrical. He don't have an air filter for it, but like I said, the end game in this video is to see if we can get it to start. If it'll start, then we can worry about all the small stuff. But we're just trying if we need to rebuild the engine. So let's get started on the electrical stuff. Alright, this is the coil I was saying in the beginning of the video. Don't show that it's internally has an internal resistor, so it might destroy the points and the condenser. But Ray said let's at least give it a try, so we'll see if it runs. So we're gonna give it a try. I don't have the hanger yet. We had to order a hanger because Ray borrowed it for a tractor. So we're gonna put this side right here is going from the battery. It'll go to the plus side, and then the points right here, it's going to go to the negative side along with the condenser. Then up here, of course, it's the spark plug wire. sure y'all see this, what I'm doing. So I do gotta hook this, at least try to hook this up to the frame here. While I'm trying to find a safe way to hang this while this you don't really want to touch anything, but well, you shouldn't touch that starter either, but let's see. I'm gonna go grab a boat. I'll start this right back. Alright, all that's hooked up. We're gonna go over to the other side, deal with the points, then put a battery in, and we should be able to test crank it or see if it'll start up. I got this hanging down here just temporarily. I'm not gonna run it long. Because I don't want to ruin anything. Of course, that might ruin the points. We already discussed that already. But we just want to see if this thing will fire up because it hasn't started since he rebuilt it. So let's go over to the point side. Sure. This is wire unhooked here. Get these old points unhooked, and then we can put on the new ones. He put with aftermarket ones. I had bad luck with aftermarket ones, but we'll see. This might be better than the ones I got. He got a cover too. I gotta find bolts for it. But again, the end game for this one is not that stuff. It's just getting it started. There'll probably be a part 2 to this video where if it does run, that I'll be doing all that stuff. If not, there'll be a part 2, 3 on rebuilding this whole engine. So, we'll see how that goes. Again, I'm probably gonna blow these points with the wrong tool on here, but we're gonna see if it'll start. If we get one start out of it, we'll be okay. Points are cheap. But a good time for this to be magnetic screwdriver. Install this wire, and then we can just adjust the gap. The new one has a Phillips head. Alright, now we gotta set the gap. Turn this head over here, or this motor over. See, what do I got to turn this motor over with? I got a tire iron, that'll work. Oh, or this rebar. This rebar will work too. I have to take that plug out, start it, or turn it. I don't know. Usually I turn over easy, but this engine hasn't been turned over in a while. That engine feels seized up. All right, let's pull the spark plug. I just blew a breaker in the shop, but the engine still feels, you know, it turns over rough. I could turn it over by hand, but with a pry bar rough, it ain't turning over easy. So I don't think that's a good sign. And on top of that, I'm not seeing this plunger. I took the points off. I'm not seeing this plunger move. So I'm gonna take a break and fix the electric, and then I'll come back. And I don't know where to go from really here. I'm gonna have to look up what might cause this plunger not to go down, and his engine might need totally rebuilt again. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a break. I'll be back in a little while. All right, after warming up, I came back out here, was able to crank the engine and get it turning loose. So what happened was, Ray rebuilt this engine and then it set for 6 years. She never had it running after rebuilding it. Anyway, I got the plunger moving. I had the plunger where it needs to be. Now I just got to set the gap for 20 thousandths. Maybe. Come on, guys. Honestly, I'm thinking a lot of this issue is to do with these cheap points. I've had these issues with these points before. Not be able to set the grap right until you go back to OEM. I'm about to just put his old points back on and call it a day. I don't know what's wrong with his old points. It might not be nothing wrong with his old points. Just clean them up. Alright guys, I will start this. Let's just fast forward through all this. Put y'all in like up to speed on this. Alright guys, we have got it where we need it to be. Or we got it opened where we need it to be, so now I can just we'll put this here and open this up and let it close on it. Alright guys, I'm a little rusty at this. It's been a while since I did points on something. But we got it at 20 thousandths. Usually it ain't this hard, but it's just the kind of way my day is going. And there's that. We got points. We need to turn it over and check it again. Just keep turning it until it opens back up again. And then we'll know where we're at on it. This engine's a little stiff where it got rebuilt. It never broke in. And it's set. So this machine's a little bit of a pain. I had to put oil in the cylinder head to help. now we've got that open. Check it again for 20 thousandths. She's right on it. She's right on it, guys. Let me fix this wire again. Now we're gonna see. I got to finish hooking up the battery, and we'll see if it'll crank over. So let me finish hooking up the battery, and we'll be right back. All right, we got the point set, we got the carburetor on, we got the condenser and everything hooked up over there. We got the battery rigged on there. I lost one of the bolts, so I put a wadding clamp on there, and we got a no crank situation. So in part 2, we'll probably be doing a part 2 video, and we'll be taking a look at the wiring and see if we can then get it started. Maybe part 2 we'll get it running. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go in and warm up, and then come back out here, pick up some tools, and do a work on another job. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this out. Let's make this one of the best small engine channels on YouTube. Thanks again, guys, for watching. See you in part 2.